Welcome back, everybody. We've started our Fisher Online leveling series, so thought it was important we come right back and get another episode of RF4 leveling guide in. So we're going to try 2167. I actually don't remember. There's been so many different bream spots recently bantered about, thrown around. I don't know who to necessarily say suggested this spot to me first. But I will say I saw a video by MJ Play on YouTube fishing this spot. And in the video, at least, it looked pretty interesting. So I thought we would try to give this spot a full soak. In other words, if I have the patience... Wait. Hold on. Am I headed to the right spot? I think I've already passed it, right? 21's back this way. If I have the patience, I wanted to sit here for pretty much a full hour. We'll see how long we make. But, you know, we're going to be starting here at basically like the worst time. Not the worst time. We're starting at the end of the good time. All right, so it's right here. All right. Anyway, I saw MJ Play put up a video. Now, I don't know what level MJ Play is, but he's probably a much higher level player, I'm guessing. So his ground bait and stuff was a little bit advanced. But I took some of the ideas from his ground bait and sort of incorporated it into ingredients we could use. So basically, if you can make bream ground bait, you can make this ground bait. Now, I don't know if it's going to work. It's the first time I've tried it. But we still have the pearl barley base. We've got bloodworms, which is new. Maggots, which is expected in bream ground bait. Millet porridge was as expected. We added peas, which remember I've told you before, bream do like peas. So do big roach. So that's kind of an interesting additive. And then anise oil is still the attractant. Besides that, still the same. We're going to go with pea porridge for now. We are clipped at... 10 to 13. So I think I've got line 1 at 13, and then 12, and then 10. But that's basically how we're doing it. Trying to see, I think we want to kind of aim for like the edge of this little spot here, is what I'm thinking. We'll see how this works out though. So again, we're kind of starting at the end of the time. But if I can be patient enough, if the spot is decent, I think I undercast that second one a little bit, then we will try to at least get to the nighttime so we can see how it does when it's more prime time. So we'll see how it goes. It looks like, you know, plenty of bream, possibility of common carp. Because we're using pea porridge, you never know when an eyed might fly in. And I'm eating yogurt, which is a much quieter snack for purposes of recording. So we'll see how this goes. One thing to notice is, you know, is it worth fishing here during off time? So, you know, theoretically it'll be a reasonably good spot during the day. During the nighttime. But during the daytime, as we wait for night to come back, do we catch anything worth catching, or is it all just small junk? So that's one of the things I'm curious about. But if you want to find the video I'm talking about, if you just look up MJ Play, that's the video I watched, seeing this spot in action a little bit. And it was from yesterday. So again, you know, might not even be the most up-to-date information. But so far it does seem like fish are active here. So let's just kind of track how they do throughout the day. It's always interesting because a lot of people, me included, will sometimes give you an idea in the title of the video how much silver you can expect to make or come close to making in an hour of fishing this spot. It's a little weirder though to me with a bream spot to advertise it that way, because so often, at least half, just depending, but about half of that time is really off fishing time, and you're almost always better off to be fishing for something else other than just continuing to fish bream in that spot. But it was advertised that way, so I thought, well, let's just try it. We need a little bit more silver so we can get that next spinning reel. So let's see if we can get some silver here. The only time sometimes that fishing for bream all day, the whole time in a single spot can be worth it, usually, as far as I'm concerned, is when there's something else biting during the day on the same baits, like the one spot we featured a week or so ago where the tench were biting some. Or, if you find a spot where the roach are pretty active on the same bait, that can be interesting. We'll see. But, so far it's looking like during the day, marker size bream might be pretty few and far between. But we'll see. So far, our Bream Ultra ground bait seems to be working. Oh, sorry, Bream Plus ground bait seems to be working fine. Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on. There we go. But like the chance of catching an eye during the middle of the day, pretty low. I'd like the nighttime. Very similar to bream for the most part. So, I don't know. Interesting. At 11:32 a.m., we did get another one. So will they be occasionally mixed in throughout the day? Maybe, but probably not often enough to justify not just fishing for something else during the daytime. Common carp. Oh, it is a bream. What do you know? That is a surprise. 2 kilo bream at 12.48. Just in terms of activity, it seems like 10 meter clip is the most active, but I don't want to make a decision on the clip right now versus waiting to see what it seems like at night. Which we're not that far away now. It's 13:30. I mean, 1900 we can start paying close attention to how things are looking. Even these like small but still marker size, very surprising to be catching those at this time of day. To me. I'm telling you, 10 meter clip, at least right now, seems to be where it's at. Hey, it's an eyed. An eyed rolled in. This is a tench. This is significant. We just caught all three of the trifecta, bream, eyed, and tench, right after each other. I don't know why we don't have everything at 10 meters right now. 51% bottom fishing. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, actually. Although the other difference is this third rod is the one that we have a size 4 hook on. Maybe that's also making a difference. It's the shortest clip, but it's also the smallest hook. I do kind of wonder. That was slightly in the wrong direction, that cast. I mean, we've already got 4 over a kilo, and we haven't, you know, in the off time. It's kind of interesting. Even that wasn't perfect. I think we want to go maybe right there. Try to at least. You can tell that third rod is just a smaller clip from the angle that the line's coming down on. $18.16, another one comes in. It's crazy. Now how's the night gonna be? Does this justify fishing it during the day? 13 markers. Maybe. If you're just feeling chill, don't want to move. Still got my eye on that 10-meter clip. How much faster it seems to be. Either for hook size or clip distance or something. Is there any good rough spot at Old Berg? I don't know of a really good one right now. Oh, I was trying to drink tea and ate bread twice in a row. Look at how much faster 10 meter with 4 size hook is getting bites. It's like 3 to 1 or something. I don't even remember the last time we had a bite on the middle rod. Pretty nice. We're at 35 fish in 32 minutes. So other than the one tench and the one-eyed, not many surprises so far. All right, it's bream time. It is officially bream time. We feel good about our pea porridge. Oh yeah. Another point for 10 meter. Ten meters insane. I think I'm going to move the first rod to 10 meter as well, just for a little bit, and we'll keep the second rod at 12. So I have 10, 12, 10. That way we can see if it's more about the hook size or the clip. Because it could be the hook size. We've got large 1 on the first and second rig, and large 4 on the third rig. I actually might move the second one to 13 instead of 12, just so we've got that, the extremes covered. Seems like a pretty juicy one. Starting to roll in now. See how much the first rod is closer than the third rod's line? That's the difference in that bounce back from overcasting. The third rod we cast perfect at 10 meters. The first rod we cast too strong, so it bounced back a little bit. Now I'm thinking about putting all three of them at 10 meters. We'll see. Maybe not yet. So 54 fish, 42 minutes. Pretty solid. That's an interesting decision point. So, Senecaligan, 1. Trying Volkov with Pulsar and Proton is actually really good. I'm going to assume you're doing bottom fishing and not trolling, but who knows? Either way, asking if he or she should... Where's our Bream Plus? Replace the Proton with a Saber 60. And yeah, so it looks like he is trolling actually. So yeah, if you're trying to troll, Saber 60 will make your life a little easier, I would think. But it's really up to you. It's just, that's always the tough choice, is like, at what point do you keep messing around with like mid-tier reels, and when do you pivot and start saving for a carp reel, like the HSV or something like that? It's always tough. Oh, I don't have ground bait on that. Alright, we need to put ground bait on that middle rod if it doesn't catch something pretty soon. Seems like a nice one. I think we got him turned though. I definitely think 10 meter is just like really active on the clip. So let's see how long we've been sitting here. 50 minutes. 67 and 50. And what are we looking at? Ooh, we're about to hit our 18th. Pretty good. Pretty good. I still don't think you have to stay here the whole day. I think you can treat this like any other bream spot, but it seems like a legit little spot. But catch, I mean, in terms of like the volume of the catch is really high. So if you're trying to level up bottom fishing, I mean, 70 fish or whatever we've got in a small amount of time, it's pretty good. Now at this point we're at where it's over 50%, we're not getting points that often, but occasionally you do. So still kind of interesting in that as well. Yeah, I don't think it's picking it up. Wow. So we'll give it, yeah, like in 5 more minutes, it'll be 24 hours exactly. So we'll give it the full 1 day soak and see how we do. I think next time I might try all 3 of them at 10 meters. That seems to be the sweet spot to me. We're getting a lot of these just under 1 kilo markers right now. I don't know if it's time of day. Might be, should be close to time. Yeah, like 2.5, 3 minutes. It might have been like right at 8 a.m. when we started. That's what it's looking like, at least. Something like that. Alright, that is pretty much an hour, so let's go ahead and start pulling them in. We'll try to wait for one more fish. We did get another one over a kilo. So the kilo and above are pretty spread out. I mean, obviously the majority came in the overnight hours, but to be fair, we got some out of your typical time frame. So that's kind of interesting. It's not very often that I will sit at a bream spot for 24 hours. And if you have other cafe orders or other spots you're wanting to fish, then I still think it's worth doing that. But, you know, if you're really grinding it out, sometimes it's nice to just sit somewhere for an hour or two and not think about it. All right, so 13 silver for the tench. That's got to be better than the cafe. Yeah. So if you look at all fish, by the way, we got 149 silver. That is a lot less than what was advertised on that video. Now, to be fair, it's a higher level player, different stats, different equipment, different ground bait, higher skills. So, you know, I'm not saying that his experience isn't what some people will have potentially, but this feels like maybe the more common experience. But 143 silver is still great. I mean, that puts us at 759. And in fact, we can go ahead and get this. All right. So now we have the Supercast and the Pulsar, right? So eventually what we're doing here is we are going Pulsar on one and then Supercast on the other, and we're trolling Corey, right? Now, we do want to look at the possible upgrade here. So right now, the friction brake is at 8.5. Why would you ever want to put it down to 7.5? But you can do 9. The question is, like, is that in stock anywhere? Let's just look at Belaya just for fun. Even though we don't have much silver, we're probably going to have to like grind at Mosquito or something just to be able to travel. But I'm just curious. I want to see. Last time Belaya was the place that had upgrades, which is weird. Why would Belaya have upgrades to anything? It's like out here in the middle of nowhere. But let's just double check it. All right, so they don't have it here. It may be at Corey. Corey is a place that's like, I'd say Corey and Oldberg to a degree, but Corey is like often has more stock. Now it's more expensive, but for something like that, it's probably worth it because it's not that expensive. But let's just make sure it's not somewhere else. If it's not at Winding, I don't think it'll be Mosquito. Alright, where's the workshop at Mosquito? Is it across? I think it might be. Okay, I must be crazy. Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay, that's kind of expensive, but you can go up to 10.5 on the Pulsar. That's kind of expensive. Alright, so they don't have it here either. Alright, we'll have to think about it next time where maybe, you know, if we actually go to Corey to try to fish some soon, we can also double check there. But we're close. I mean, we still need a little bit more silver. Probably ought to do another episode or two to prep for it. get a couple lures, get some more line, because right now we have, like, we have this one, but we need one more braided line for the other one. We need one more leader, that kind of thing. So, okay. As always, thanks for watching. Tight lines, everybody. I will see you next time.